Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Zach bringing us another video. This video is actually going to be a study session from tonight. Me and my boy Travis host study sessions every Wednesday and Sunday night inside his Discord. And I'm going to be recording the study session. I think we're just going to backtest last week. So it's going to be like a backtested session with his community, and I've been helping him out with the community. But yeah, without further ado, we got to hop in this call in about 3 minutes, and I'm going to record everything inside his Discord. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Use code Zach for 80% off all Apex accounts.
A little bit bigger, right? Yeah, look.
Yep.
Right, make this a little bit bigger. Good?
Yep.
Money? All right.
Let's roll.
Where's my journal? So I only traded 2 days this week, Tuesday and Friday. What days did you?
Jay just asked a question in the chat real quick. Do you want to answer that? ICT concepts isn't just catching the reversal. It's just more like the terminology behind that stuff.
Gotcha. Cause what was it? Friday, the last trade,
Yeah.
last trading day of the week. It was like in the beginning of the market, um, like when it dipped. You know what I mean? It went down low. Then the entire movement happened already, and then that's when I saw a bunch of people entering. Like what's like you need to find the bias after that movement, or what's the logic behind
Well, the
that? You know what I
main
mean?
thing with ICT concepts, the main confluence is you need to see a sweep of liquidity. So it technically
Okay,
is
gotcha.
like almost like a reversal because you need to see a higher time
Yeah.
frame liquidity be swept, or
Right,
and a
right.
higher time
Gotcha.
Yeah,
frame
and
PD rate be tapped
what
into to make it highest confluence or highest
what we're
probability.
trying to target, what we're trying to target too with like trading with ICT is we trade specifically New York Open and stuff like that because we're trying to predict where that where the trend wants to go for that session with New York
Right.
Open.
Okay.
Like we're not like scalp trading. Like with scalp trading, you're trying to enter and hit quick little trades. With us, we're
Yeah.
trying to say what Zach said. He's trying to find an area that gets swept by liquidity, and usually when that happens, that's when the bigger industries they're putting all their orders in, and usually the market is going to go in that direction.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to catch. We're trying to catch that move when all the big buyers, all the banks, the bigger industries. We're trying to figure that out based off liquidity sweeps and then the continuation conferences and stuff we have where more orders are
Right.
being filled by more people. And then we want to take a little bit of chunk, like a little piece of the pie out of that move for the day,
Mm-hmm.
but just for that session,
Exactly.
if that makes sense. So again, that's why
Yeah,
like
makes
we
sense.
have a risk to reward and everything because again, you could get it could be like pump faked out. The market's gonna act like it's gonna go up if we're seeing our confirmation to go up. But again, it's the market. Anything can happen. It can go down. But that's why we set a stop loss. But our risk to reward on the trades we take are like what, Zach? You take like at least a 1 to 2
Yeah, I normally TP
or
one
something
at
like that.
a 1-to-1 and then try to let
Yeah,
runners
and then
run.
runners run, and then like our risk to reward with trading ICT, it's like that's where you start making the money. But you just have to be really, really disciplined. That's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, we'll go over some back testing. You're trying to learn futures, right? Because you trade forex.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go.
What do you trade with forex? Do you
Go.
trade what pair?
A lot of pairs. All the big dollar pairs and some euro pairs. In total, I think I observed 12 pairs.
Yeah, I used to do that when I was trading forex, but it makes it a lot more simple to just stick to NQ and ES for me. That's why I switched.
Yeah, it's a lot less. Like I feel like when you're looking at so many, it's so hard to just keep it all at once. I just like looking at
It is.
two.
Yeah.
A
That's
lot,
why
but
specifically with
once,
futures, ES is really what I'm trying to get into. NQ
yeah,
not as
no,
much, but I like ES a lot.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
but
work
dude,
pair and pair though, because
they
you need
do,
to
and if
find
you
That's
figure
exit
out
trades
true.
and
futures,
stuff.
if you figure out futures though, there's some people who make some good fucking money off that. Like if futures is your shit, like stick with
Yeah.
it, but then also learn this. Like you gotta just whatever works for you works for
Mm-hmm.
you. You know.
So ES and NQ work together, eh? Like one and one.
Basically,
Yeah,
basically,
Okay.
yeah.
but that's a
But that's where that
confluence,
yeah, like
in the
that,
Yeah.
markets when they
that's when
don't
we start getting
correlate.
to like the S&T divergence and stuff. There's
Gotcha.
good. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but I mean, I like it personally. Not a lot of people like it. But I don't know. I just feel like with this strategy, you got to be a lot more patient, sticking to your rules, and doing the same size every single trade based off the percentage of what you can risk on your whole account. And I feel like that's where people can't consistently do over a long period of time. They always enter different amounts of size every
What do
trade.
you risk? Like half a percent on the account or what per trade?
Since I'm on PA accounts now, yeah, I usually do
Okay.
about 0.5% or 1%. Right now I'm only
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
micros, so I'm just trying to build.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you still got that drawdown until you get past it. But like once the accounts are like I have 10 grand in drawdown, that's when we're gonna start going in like 1 mini and
Right. Right. Right.
start getting to work.
And that's where you
Is
can
that loud
really
when you guys hear
build.
that? Fuck yeah. And imagine 20 accounts doing that.
Hmm.
Game over.
That's how some people acquire like multiple $1 million payouts
Insane.
just
It is
from
insane.
building.
All
But they
right, so
also
Monday. Did we trade Monday, Zach? I think I didn't take a trade Monday, but we had Empire State Manufacturing Index at
Monday was a
8:30.
real bad day for me. That's when I blew my one account.
Was it? All right, so then we'll go over it. Let me see. I'm sorry. What's that date? The 16th?
Yeah.
I gotta get a new journal. This one's about to be full. Yeah, sorry that these are gonna be a little bit more boring, J. Cole, but it's just like these sessions are just gonna be like back testing and getting prepared for the week. You know?
Exactly.
5:16. Oh, maybe I didn't write it down because I didn't trade. Yeah, I didn't because I didn't trade.
Yeah, you didn't
All
trade.
right. Yeah, I traded my first day I traded this week. I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday.
I think we
Yeah,
both said
Tuesday.
break even trades Tuesday.
I think I lost two trades. Remember, I got stopped out by one tick.
Oh yeah. I took a break even trade I think Tuesday.
Yeah, because I wrote on my back. I wrote on my whiteboard. I was thinking something, dude. Because on Friday and Tuesday it was price action, but on Tuesday I predicted the market to go down. First off a 15-minute fair value gap, and it ended up continuing up. And then on Friday, it was the same thing. I based off that imbalance, and then I predicted it to go up because of Tuesday. And I saw my confluence as everything, but then it continued down. So I want to compare the difference why both of them did that. Like if you could see something that I missed, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see. So Monday we don't have to worry about news. So we'll mark out our draws. So 4-hour lows we had on ES here. Is the only thing I don't like on trading you because you can see that next move when we start marking out at 8:30.
Yeah.
But anyway, we know where the market ended up going, so it doesn't really matter. So I always mark out my 1 hour and 4-hour highs first. That one taping, nope. See, I think I wanted to target these lows down here, these 2 1-hour lows. That's where my first TP was, I think. We'll see. Oh, I didn't trade this day. Never mind. I'm retarded. Zach, I think I'm going to start going live on Kick before our classes. I tried to do it today, but for some reason it didn't work. Like 30 minutes before.
Yeah.
And then if people are joining and that starts working out, I'm going to be like, if you guys want to watch me teaching these classes, like I have people going to help out too. You got to go join the Discord for free and watch there. stream, go live in Discord or something, just to get more people in.
I hate your average stop loss TP. Or is it? What do you mean? I hate your average. Or is it targeting the lows of previous session?
What do you mean with the first part? What do you hate? What?
Yeah.
It's not nice, Wing Wong. I mean, J. Cole. My bad. Yeah, would you? I know you probably spelled something wrong there. It's something wrong for it.
Yeah, my stop loss and TPs is always based on just key levels. There's no like average stop loss or TP.
Yeah, so key levels would be like 5-minute high, 5-minute like the 5-minute like session highs or lows, 15-minute highs or lows, and then you also have like 1 hour fair value gaps, 15-minute fair value gaps. What else? What do you target, Zach?
I target
Order
session
blocks.
lows and highs, like Asia session, London session highs
Got
and
those
lows.
too.
Previous
And
day
you also
highs,
do
lows.
you do news too, right? Like the
Yeah, data highs, data lows,
data
if there's
highs,
data. And then just higher time frame PD arrays, whether that's a fair value gap or external liquidity.
And you can use Fibonacci too, but I'm not too. I wouldn't go off my information with Fibonacci. I've been starting to learn how to use it lately.
Yeah, like 2 to 2.5. I wanted to learn that, but I'm like, there's no point.
I'm still
really
gonna
for
because
that.
I want to know it. I want to know it once we get to all time. We don't have any highs to target or anything.
That is true.
That's what I want it for because I think we're gonna end up going up.
I just never know which part to grab.
It's the percentages, I think. So like if we go from a high to a low,
I know you always want to grab like the manipulation leg.
yeah, I think you measure like equilibrium, and you can either go to the 190% or because that'd be like a 1 to 2, right?
Yeah.
Like if we took a trade down here, targeted 190, our stop loss was here. It's 1 to 3, 1 to 5.78. Like I mean, I don't know. I don't really know much about it, but I've seen people use it, so I'm just going off of what I think I know. So I might be wrong, to be totally honest, but we'll figure it out. I think I'm never gonna use Bookmap again, though.
Really?
I don't understand it at all. I really don't. And I'm spending like $60 a month right now just to have it.
Yeah. Damn, 60
So
a month?
Yeah, you got to pay for 2 packages.
Damn, I did not know that. Well, stick to what you know.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. All right. Monday, 5-minute time frame. 8:25. Market hasn't opened yet. No news. You don't have to worry about it. Wait, actually, we're missing one, guys. We have London session lows. We got Asian session highs, right? Nope, no, not there.
You know there's an indicator that could tell you that stuff?
You're kidding.
No, there is.
What?
I could show you it later, but there's an indicator that could tell you sessions.
And it does it like good?
Yeah, it goes right on.
Really?
Uh-huh. That's what I use.
And you haven't told me this yet?
I thought you used it.
No, dude, I mark it out by myself.
Oh. Yeah, no. There's an indicator.
That'd
That's
probably
literally
say-
the only indicator that I use is to mark out sessions.
Really?
Yep.
I saw TGR sold something about that, but it's like $35 a month. Do it manually for free. So this one's free, this indicator?
Yeah, it's just on TradingView. I mean, you can search it
What?
right now. It's called
I want to search it. Tell me.
ICT kill zones and pivots. It's the top one.
Way to go, eh?
Second one.
This one?
Yeah.
How do I do indicators again? Start. Okay, so
And then you
how
just
do you
have
read
to
this?
you have to go to the settings. Go to the settings of the indicator.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
And all you need is Asia, London, and New York AM checked at the bottom. And then just click OK.
These times are correct?
Yeah, those times are right. Then you just use, you see?
So This is Asian session low right here.
Yeah.
So that's fucked up. Wow. So this is London session low. Dude, I've probably been doing session lows wrong this whole entire.
What time were you using?
I was marking 3 a.m. and then 6 p.m. That's what TGR did in his boot camp. When I signed up for the mentorship.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been using these indicators.
And they work?
Yeah.
What? Alright, I'm pissed now. Alright, well, there you go. We learn things every single day. Alright. I'm gonna do the indicator over here now too. See how much easier this is right now. We haven't marked it out yet.
Yeah, you literally just toggle it on, mark it up, and then
Yeah.
toggle it off.
What the fuck? This is actually way easier. Damn. I like that. Shit. It tells you that. It's cool. Alright. Let's get on to Monday.
Sorry if you guys could hear any noise in the
My
background.
chart usually isn't this big, so bear with me. We'll go to market open. Holy shit. Okay. Zach, do you remember what trade you took?
Honestly, I took a short position, and then I went on tilt.
Okay.
So I took a good loss, and then I went on tilt right after that loss.
So this 4-hour high, what time is this at? 10 a.m.? Where's this 4-hour high? 2 p.m. 10 a.m. That's a 1-hour high for NASDAQ. So we both took out those highs. Alright, let's see. We wouldn't trade to the macro time frame anyway. What do we form? So we had a fair value gap right here. 5-minute bullish fair value gap.
Yep.
We broke structure to the upside. We had a 5-minute order block. We didn't tap into any of that on ES or on NASDAQ before the macro. ES. Formed a 5-minute fair value.
Do we have a 4-hour SMT right now, or no?
4-hour SMT?
Yeah, I see NQ's above the that 4-hour line.
Yeah, but this 4-hour.
Oh, that's that 4-hour. Okay.
This 4 hours at 2 p.m. and this 1-hour highs. This 4 hours at what? 2 p.m. No, at 10 a.m. So
Yeah.
Friday at 10 a.m. and then Friday at 10
Yeah.
on ES. Yeah, they're both high time frame highs. That's why I would consider not an SMT yet, and also I wouldn't consider an SMTs because we didn't. So this would be the 4-hour candle. How we're on trading view right now. If we go down to the hourly, I mean, well, this 4-hour candle is pretty big actually. This 4-hour we still have to form our low. I only count SMTs like if we have if this was we have a high then a low. So we mark the high because it's bullish, right? And then this candle, see how it's formed another high?
Yeah.
Bullish candle and a bearish candle. Like I only consider it the SMT once it's formed. Just because we have the bullish candle right now, we'd still need 4 more hours to that bearish candle.
Yeah.
Since we're on the 4-hour time frame, like even on the hourly, we still haven't even a bearish candle. We're just continuing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, or did I explain that bad? You gotta be honest with me.
No, that was good. I just didn't know on the when you were zoomed in, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, no. So we had the 5-minute 5-minute fair value gap. Did we break structure to the downside first? Broke structure back to the upside. We have a 5-minute bullish order block here also. See what I would have looked to take a trade personally here, Zach. And I think this is why I didn't, is I wanted us to order first to continue up or disrespect it and close below it. Then I would have probably looked for shorts.
Yeah. This is at 950 right now.
This is at 945, so we'll go to 950. Let's see what we get. We're continuing up. So let's go to 950 on ES. 5. 950. See, now we're probably about to create another 5-minute fair value gap on ES. But right now we're just in a big uptrend. So macro would open now. See where this 5-minute candle goes. Yeah, even higher. 5-minute fair value gap here on ES. So what I would want is a retracement back into it and maybe target this high, but it matters if we take out that high or not on the next candle, which we're pretty close to. So that's 10 a.m. So is this where you took your short maybe?
Go to the...
Shit, I thought I was on ES. Hold on, let me go back.
No, I don't think I took my short there.
I think this is where I was looking for a trade. I wanted us to retrace back 5-minute. We formed another one here on ES too. So let's see. I'd probably be down on the 1-minute, seeing if we retrace into it.
I took a short right in there.
Yeah.
Right when we got that break lower on the 1 minute.
So you only went off a 1-minute break.
Yeah, it was impulsive. Now that I'm looking at it, we never swept liquidity.
We never swept anything, and we were coming close to liquidity. The only reason why, only trade I think you could come up and take in here is if you got your break of structure. Where's the drawing tool? You got your break of structure, and then we closed below this.
Yeah.
This 5-minute fair value gap on the 5-minute time frame, though. Yep. Then a short pie would have been valid.
Yeah.
But even here to go bullish.
That was a terrible short. What am I?
Yeah. Just write that down in your journal because I think that one's.
I was too stuck on the 1-minute time frame, and I wasn't focused on the higher time frame PD array. We never swept the higher time frame.
Exactly. If we go to the 5-minute, we're still we're in, if you look at that, dude, we're freaking bullish.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if we inverse this 5-minute, I'd consider bearish. But that's what one of my big problems is. Sometimes I just focus too much on my bias in the 1-minute instead of looking at. I usually like to look at least the 5-minute just to see what direction we're going in.
And then
so if I wanted to go bullish,
I flipped my position along and went on tilt right here.
Exactly. So you went short right when you saw that.
Yep, guessing, exactly. Right? As soon as we got that break lower.
Great. Yeah. All right, it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix right there you could do. Only thing I would trade long here is if we came down here and then we started showing bullish candles or a break of structure or something. Mm-hmm. And then I would have went long. But again, look, we're already about to take out. We took out the 1-hour high. The next thing I would only target during the session, 4-hour high, freaking non-existent. So
yeah, this was a good no trading day.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have traded today because this is already almost 10:30. No setup. Maybe a short off of this, but I wouldn't have personally because 10:30 and I don't see a setup. I'm done. But
still, it's not playing out.
Yeah. Yeah. So that I think was good for no trade day because if we go to the 1-minute now. Yeah, on ES we end up coming out and taking up that 4-hour high anyway, not even retracing back into a 5-minute imbalance.
And this is why we backtest, boys. You see where you go wrong,
no trade.
And you improve.
J. Cole, did he leave or no? He's still here? Are we making sense, or do we sound a little sped? because we know that how to trade this, so it's all right. Yeah, just try and follow along with. But this is literally if you know liquidity, fair value gaps, order blocks, um, time frames, like Zach said, like Lennon. You're literally going to see us talking about each one of those in our back testing. See how they
So J. Cole,
from a
right
left.
there, that trade did not play out because we never got a higher time frame sweep of liquidity. And it was a very impulsive trade. I entered off that 1 minute inversion when we're in a clear bullish trend. It was a dumb trade. I tried catching the reversal, and you could clearly see that did not work.
Yeah.
So, but we live and learn. That's why we backtest
Yep.
and journal.
See, that's why you thought you took your short right here, correct? Like you said. Let me see. Right off this. Yeah, we didn't even sweep this yet.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you were saying.
Stupid.
That's what you were saying.
So if it would have swept, it would have been good trade to take.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, if it would have swept and we would have had that, it would have been higher probability for sure. And I would have targeted that 5 minute fair value gap. That's where my TP was. But
Just gonna leave all these drawings. I know we already drew out the time.
see, I think
so
my mindset going into that trade was we were gonna have a rebalance that 5 minute before we went to those buy side. But that was just dumb of me.
Yeah, no.
I should have
The
only
only
played
thing,
bullish.
but still, even if you did target that break of structure, we still had that 5 minute fair value gap below. I could have seen you targeting that maybe, but for me to target another fair value gap, I like seeing a smaller time frame inverse fair value gap. So like if we inverse a 1 minute fair value gap, I feel like we're gonna go target that 5 minute if that's the only thing underneath us, and then we'd continue up.
That's what I thought. That's why I shorted. But we
Yeah, so
never slept.
you just did it off, yeah, and you just did it off a break of structure.
Yep.
From a lower time.
No.
So
So I only had two confluences there, so
exactly.
not high probable. So I got to stack confluences. Tuesday I took a break even trade.
Tuesday I took 2 L's. One stopped out by a
Took
tick and then
Tuesday.
continued in the right direction. Happened to me on Tuesday and Friday. And I'm glad this was a week where I lost until even with two bad losses like this at 8.
Once again, sorry if you guys can hear background noise. I'm currently staying at my aunt's house. I'm still in the process of moving. If you guys are watching my vlogs, but hopefully you guys are enjoying this backtesting session.
All right, well, now all I got to do is do this indicator now, huh?
Yeah, bro.
I just gotta put this on like this. So this is London session low. This is...
So see how Asia session low already got swept there? I wouldn't mark that up.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mark it either. Yeah.
Did London
I'm just trying to see the time. So all we gotta do now is I go to my fucking London session gets swept on market opens. That's crazy, dude.
I don't know though. We have to double check this because
Is yours different?
No, mine's the same. But if you had something else from TJR's boot camp, then I just want to double check it because I could be wrong too. You know, I'm not always right either.
Well, no, I just at the time frames. Doesn't Asian session open at 6? Is it 6 or 6:30?
What time does Asia session?
I don't trade Asian session, so.
Asia's 7.
It says 7 market open?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it says on Google.
That wouldn't be wrong, right? Eastern time?
Yeah, 7 Eastern. And then London is 8. Oh, wait, that's
London, I usually mark 3 a.m.
3 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Yeah, so 3 a.m.'s right. So it's 7 and 3. Let's see. If I mark out 7, Monday, 7 p.m. This is how I would mark out Asian session lows and highs. Let's see. This would have been the low. This would have been the high. Yeah.
So in the indicator, Asia session is starting at 20 military time. So that's 8 p.m.
So we have to set that back?
Yeah. To 19, I think. Maybe I didn't have these settings right.
I want to change this like this color.
And then London says 2. So you got to switch that to 3.
New York 9:30. New York lunch 12. Yeah, that would have been where I marked Asian highs and lows, but they got swept. One session lows. One session highs didn't get swept yet on ES. I mean, Wednesday.
I hope quality is good for you guys as well.
See, I don't like how that's not. See, that's not at a high though. That's why mine's probably different. I was taught to mark like London highs. This is a bullish and a bearish candle. You mark those two. You know what I'm saying? But on the indicator, it's saying that this red candle, London session. There's no green candle.
That's because the time frame you're on, I think. Go to the 5-minute time frame.
See?
Is that a high? I can't say. Just a
Red
random.
candle, red candle. I don't know. We'll fix that later. Let's get on with this. Let's get on with this. All right, Tuesday. We have a big 4-hour bearish imbalance. This is where I got raped. I did terrible today on this day. 4-hour high. If that high gets taken, this high is probably. This isn't a low yet. This is a low. 1 hour. This is the fun part about backtesting. Doing this every single time.
Yeah.
That's done. I'm gonna stop speaking when I mark them out. J. Cole, so if...
J. Cole left.
Oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah.
alright, that's fine. We'll get our study on. Now I can take my time. This 4 hours swept. I should have noticed that. That 4 hours slept in. And then our imbalance is literally up here. Wow. Wow, I'm a dupe.
Where'd you take a loss today?
Well, look at market, literally before market open, dude. We came down during pre-market. We swept out these 4-hour lows, and then we came down and
London lows, yeah.
so you'd think we'd continue in an up direction. Avery, can you stop?
Right now we're like stuck in a range almost.
Yeah,
There's no
but
clear
you'd
directions.
think, if you'd think, we'd probably continue up because we swept liquidity sell side.
Yeah. I would definitely be more bullish, but
Yeah, I was bearish.
yeah, this is the day I was bullish coming into the day that you said bearish, and
Yeah,
it literally
dude.
reset my whole mind. Because then I did see bearish, like after we swept these highs.
Yeah, it was there. And we came up into that 4-hour balance, I'm pretty sure. Watch. So, look. We already swept out London session on NASDAQ, but we have it on ES. Right? So we're on the 5-minute time frame. Let's go to market open. Like, dude, this is definitely a 15-minute imbalance.
Yep.
As I could say. So we swept liquidity and we respect a 15-minute bullish imbalance like crazy. See on here. Yep, we're in a 15-minute imbalance on ES.
Go to the
Probably-
5-minute on NASDAQ real quick.
We have a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. See if we disrespect that. I should have been long.
Yeah, that would have been a good entry.
I should have been long John Silver on this, especially. Look at this, especially. Look at this. We already respect it on ES, bro, and we already took out NASDAQ, but we have. Durr! I'm retarded. All right. Yeah, look at that. There's 9.
It's still a tough entry though because.
Look at that though.
Damn.
Look at that candle. Like you think maybe if we broke structure on this candle, we'd probably continue down to swept out London's high. But let's go to ES. What time is this at? The fuck. It's at 9:40. Yeah, 9:40 on ES, right? 9:35. Boom. 9:40. 5-minute time frame. Equilibrium. Bang. 5-minute time frame.
There's an SMT right there.
Is there?
At the lows, right?
Yep. It's about to, isn't it? It's about to. Skip to the next 5-minute time frame. I wouldn't trade yet. Bang. 5-minute bullish S&T.
There might be like a 1 or lower time frame inversion, so right there.
Yeah, let's see. Bang. It's 9:45. Yeah. 5-minute S&T. We respected this inverse fair value gap that we had. And equilibrium, dude. I should have scaled down and we on ES. 1-minute time frame, we'd probably be scaled down to.
That 1-minute inversion right there. If that got inversed,
Yeah,
I would take
dog.
that.
Right here. Let's X this out. On ES, I would have took this. Right here, 1-minute bearish fair value gap. We haven't inversed it yet. Let's see if we inverse this. Come on, stop loss below these. TP1, TP2.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Why?
that was like perfect.
That was perfect. What is that?
Right in
that was
macro
good.
too.
Right at macro, bro. So first one would have been a 1 to 2. Second TP 1 to 2.5. Beautiful. That'd be beautiful.
Yep.
That's what we need right there. That's all you need. But it's like you go back and you see it. Kind of want to write that down.
Yeah, write it down.
What day was this? 17th? I don't know why I don't have it written down, dude.
Damn.
That's crazy. So look, what we get out of the bias on that day is we came into the 5-minute time frame. We swept out London session highs on that. We didn't on ES yet. Market opens up. We get a big reaction off 15-minute and saying, hey, we're still probably bullish. I think that's why I took my short, because I looked at that 15-minute. But on that candle, we didn't break structure to the downside on the 5-minute. We formed a 5-minute bullish SMT with London sessions on ES still not taken out. So that probably notifies us, hey, we probably didn't. And we inverse a 1-minute fair value gap. So even on NASDAQ here, we have this 1-minute fair value gap. I bet you that's pretty close right there.
Yeah.
So let's say entry was even at this freaking candle, stops below these lows. If first TP could have been a 1-to-1 here, second TP the top of this imbalance.
Yep.
First TP would have hit break even. So been edged on the second TP, but still be break even right now. Break even still didn't hit. Break even hit. And now it's gonna go up.
Yep. As soon as his break even just goes.
But still, right trade would have been on ES because again, London session highs weren't taken out.
See, that's what I have to learn. Like I only really trade NQ. I gotta trade on ES. Like I always use ES as confluence for SMTs, but I never place a trade on ES. I don't think I ever placed a trade on ES in my life.
Really?
Yeah, but like right there, it makes so much sense too.
Yeah, it's reusing together like that.
Because
you already saw it, London session got taken.
Also the SMT, that's a bullish SMT, and ES is leading, therefore it's probably gonna run first.
Exactly.
I just don't understand how much micro should I use on ES because I know it's probably 3. Use the same.
Risk a little bit more.
Yeah.
We didn't trade Wednesday.
Yep.
Or Thursday. So now we just got Friday left.
Break even trade on Friday. This break even was so.
This could have been a dub for both of us on Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what we should. This is what we should really be up right here, 512, because I think it's. I put 3 in, right? Or no, I put 1. This might not be. Oh, this is on mini. Yeah, so never mind. So we'd probably be up a lot less on that.
Yeah, so
but
be
again,
up.
still good trade.
That's a beautiful trade that we missed. Damn.
Friday. Just skip forward a little bit.
I'm so mad about this break even still.
I know, it's probably aggravating. I'm fucking aggravated too, bro. I got stopped out by literally the tick. Fucking twice, bro. Oh, my neck's killing me. I did legs the other day. My neck always gets fucking stiff.
From legs? How?
Well, I always deadlift on leg day. I think it's from when I deadlift.
Yeah.
And then I also squat. Squat.
Bro,
probably
I haven't
kicking it
deadlifted
back
in a
the
minute.
traps.
I can't find a gym that has a deadlift section.
Golds didn't have a.
No, they didn't have no deadlift,
Really?
and their benches were terrible.
Maybe it's just a shitty one. The
It
one that I
was.
went to is nice, dude.
I
Be
know. I heard
honest.
Gold's was like real nice, but that one was terrible.
There's
It
no
was
other gyms near
very
you?
compact. Yeah, there's a couple. I just haven't went.
You ever heard of EOS or something?
I heard about them. I don't know if there's one around here though.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend went to go look at one the other day. It was actually kind of nice.
You gotta switch gyms, bro, so you can film in the gym.
I know, but I like it. I
But
like
Lifetime's
Lifetime.
insane. I used to get a Lifetime in my area.
Yeah, no, Lifetime. I like it. Just the food and
It's
ice
such a
bath.
vibe. Oh, yours got an ice bath. Mine didn't have all that.
Yeah, sauna, steam. It's like a whole big room
Yeah.
of sauna, steam, hot tub, ice bath all together. Just walking each.
You go from ice bath to hot tub.
Yep. To sauna to steam. That's literally what I do.
That'd be nice if I could find a gym with an ice bath.
Yeah, ice baths are nice. Just when you're feeling like shit, you know?
Yeah. I gotta find a job though. Low key.
Yeah, no.
Just help cover the bills and
Definitely,
stop stressing.
definitely helps. Yeah, it definitely helps with the stress in trading because you're like, hey, today I did those accounts and I'm like, dude, if I get paid, fucking, it's back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no big deal, you know? But instead, when you're not working a job, it's like, fuck, that money's gone. Only way you can
Yeah,
make it
especially
trade.
like when I activate an account for 140 and then
Oh,
not
yeah.
get a payout, just like I'm losing so much. Like helps me focus on the process rather than the money.
Yeah, me too.
I got another apartment tour on Tuesday. I'm trying to get out.
Did you already go through one?
Yeah, I went through one. It was real nice, but it was a bit more than it was listed.
Yeah.
It was listed at 1,200, and then plus the amenities, which was 300. And then when I got there, they were like all in. It's 18. And I was only trying to spend 15, so like it's 300 a little more. 300 more than I wanted, but still an option. It's in a very nice location. If I could find a job, then I won't mind. But
Good. Dude, we've been on a call for an hour already almost. That's crazy. All right. Let's start this day. Market open. Looks like we sweep liquidity.
mm-hmm.
40. It's probably a S&T. Yeah, that is an S&T. Mm-hmm. 5-minute time frame. S&T divergence. We came out. We took out London 4-hour highs. Nasdaq. We didn't on ES. So we didn't even take out 1-hour highs. So from a 5-minute S&T. We didn't break structure on the 5-minute time frame yet. God. Structure. Mark that out. We didn't inverse any gaps here, so let's see. This is 950. 950. We're probably gonna form a 5-minute imbalance, I would think.
See my vlog?
Yep. What about it?
I gotta get back into the vlog, and they've been doing good with the views and likes.
They look good. You edit them good too.
Preach.
Yeah, you're good at editing.
There ain't that much edited. The only editing is the intro.
I know, but it looks smooth. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I gotta add more. But once I get a
Nice.
camera, it's real gonna be fucking insane.
Yeah. We have a 15-minute bullish. Fair value gap below that we could target. We have a 15-minute bullish fair value gap below, I'm assuming, here in ES. Which we do. I don't know why the fuck I was bullish. Geez, sometimes when you trade during the day, you're like, what the fuck was this retarded kid thinking? What is wrong with him? Alright, so if we break structure to the downside, I'd probably speak. We did. If we broke structure, I'd scale down to the 1 minute time frame.
Yeah, so this is where I was like, we're definitely coming to that 15-minute.
Yeah. We have this 5 minute bearish imbalance. Past the macro, we have 2 of them here also. You know what else we had?
What?
We freaking swept liquidity, broke structure to the downside on NASDAQ.
Uh-huh.
Right? Came up. On ES we didn't, so we formed that 5 minute S&T. On NASDAQ, dude, we formed a freaking 5 minute bearish order block. Literally all this.
Yeah,
and we come up and literally touch into it. So I'd scale down to the 1 minute time. Regardless if we come to these 5 minute highs, we NASDAQ, but not ES because we didn't sweep liquidity. I wouldn't mark out the order block. I'm like marking order blocks. We sweep out liquidity, then break structure. Broke structure, yeah, sweep out. This could have been a block, but I'm not. Yeah. So we'd scale down to the 1 minute time frame after breaking. First target would probably want to be this 15.
Yep, all that's
So
low
we're
resistance
down on
too.
that. Yeah, so we're down on the 1 minute. Let's see what we get. Boom. We literally tap right into.
And that's where I entered, personally.
Yeah, I would have waited for that. That's where I would have entered. A break of structure again. So I probably would have entered on fucking.
That's where I entered when we tapped in the 1 minute, and that's where we went break even.
Yeah, my stop loss would probably be here. TP1 would be here. TP2, TP3. I would probably think. Let's see the risk to reward. Yeah, TP1, TP2, TP3. Let's put the money. Here comes the money. Money, money. What song is that again?
I don't know. My music taste is pretty horrible. I listen to Drake, Future, and Lil Baby.
No, I'm kind of the same way. That's an old song I was talking about, like our parents.
No, I know what song you're talking about. I don't know the name though.
All right, that would be the trade.
Oh wait, no, that's where I answered right there. That's where I answered when we tapped in that 1 minute right there.
Right here?
Yeah, right where we answered.
So we formed a 1 minute. Very sure that I got right.
Yeah, I answered literally as soon as we tapped in. Yep.
Yeah. So then, let's see.
That's where I went break even. Stopped at a break even right there.
Oh, what? You went to break even before first TP?
Bang!
Now it'd be break even.
I know.
Oh shit!
I know.
Yeah, dude. First TP when first TP. Well, stops to be break even when first. That's what I do, but you gotta do whatever you do best. Yeah, I would have went break even here.
I know.
Because we already secured profits.
And that's what I should have done.
Bang, dude. That would have been a. What the fuck was I thinking?
What did you take today? On Friday.
On Friday, that's the one I took. Okay, wait. I took this. So I didn't even take a trade yet. Right?
Oh yeah, no, I
So
remember what you
15
said.
minute,
Yeah.
15 minute time frame, 15-minute imbalance, right? I went fucking here. Watch, I think we get an inverse fair value. Yeah. Inverse fair value gap and break a structure to the upside. I'm
Gosh, I
pretty sure I
can't believe I
entered
went break even there.
here.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. And then I was going to target these, like all these highs and stuff. 5-minute highs here, first TP, second TP. That's what the trade is probably going to look like.
And then you
And
got
then-
stopped out on this one. Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's a tough trade just because we never.
Structure back to the upside. It's
Yeah.
again, we got to play the 5-minute time frame with our one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's almost like the trade
All
I
right.
took on Monday, where it's just based off two confluences. You need a little more,
Yeah.
especially in overall bearish market structure. You definitely need that break
Coming in.
higher
Coming in tomorrow, probably going to be bearish.
for sure.
We'll see.
For sure. I mean, we could expect a gap fill though.
Yeah, let's go to this and then we'll end it. We need some dinner. This one out. All right, hold on, let me switch this.
I'm gonna want to see
Yeah, it's
overnight manipulate up, London come up, and just keep filling that gap overnight, and
Yeah,
then
if we go
bearish
in the-
in the morning.
If we go on the 4-hour time frame, what I am interested in is we did sweep out these 4-hour lows and these 4-hour lows. So this is like high time frame bias. So we swept out these 4-hour lows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could see us maybe continuing up, but because of the warrant,
I think market open's just gonna dump heavy.
that's yeah.
Like
'cause
real
if we go
heavy.
to the if we go to the weekly, we're respecting a big weekly bearish imbalance. I'll just draw a big weekly bearish imbalance. We're literally respecting, and maybe we at least come down to we have
Yep.
these lows. We have this gap. We have these lows. This is weekly. If we break structure on the daily time frame,
Yeah, if
That's what
tomorrow
I think.
closes bearish,
Or-
we're gonna be bearish all week.
yeah, if we close bearish and we're bearish in the and we break structure, then if we go to weekly, this could be a target.
My long-term portfolio is cooked.
No, you just gotta hold. You'll be good.
Yeah, now I'm gonna hold and keep scaling in. Good
Yeah,
buying
it's gonna keep going up.
opportunities.
So, all right. So in our fucking study session, we go to.
This shit
So
makes me
last time-
pissed.
How can we just gotta learn how to trade like we traded on freaking. No, but we know which way the direction.
I know. I can't believe I still went break even on that trade on
Yeah.
Friday. That would have been like one of my
Yeah.
best trades ever. I think.
Yeah, that was good.
That shit
Alright,
went for
well-
130 points, I think.
I was kind of upset with myself tonight because I didn't get those 2 accounts passed, dude. We got to 2,750 profit,
Damn.
and then it went back down to break even, bro. And I lost.
So you were literally
I
like
got-
a couple ticks away, probably.
yeah, probably like 3 ticks, 4 ticks. That's why I
Damn.
held. But I shouldn't be upset anyway. It's just
Yeah,
we knew the
just
risk.
eval.
It's just an eval. We have 3 funded right now, so the main goal should be just focusing on that. Because if you get payouts on 3 funded, you can make money if you're doing consistent.
Uh-huh. Every
Just
8
for
days,
starting.
like,
Yeah, dude. Like if you're in a comfortable spot and you got those things in $10,000 worth of drawdown.
yeah, once you have a
$15,000 worth of
buffer, like,
drawdown, bro,
it's so much easier.
it's like you're trading with 3 $15,000 live.
Yeah, basically. Alrighty though, bro. I'm
Alright,
about
I need
to
some dinner.
head out.
All right, peace out.
I'll see it. Alrighty, guys, that's going to conclude this study session. Not really sure how this is going to turn out. It's going to be a raw video. I got about an hour of footage here, so make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. I for sure learned a lot. And this is really how you improve with trading, as you go back and you back test your week. And that's what me and Travis do every Sunday inside his Discord. We back test what we did wrong for the week, and that's how we are going to get better over time. So hopefully you guys like and subscribe, and use code Zach for 80% off all accounts with Apex Funding. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with a trade recap. Peace out.